So, one thing that I'm learning to do is just let go and surrender. We hear this phrase so often, and that is life is too short. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but what does it really mean to you, though? What does life is too short mean to you? Sis, today we're going to be talking about letting go and surrendering. I created this podcast to empower every woman to live life on her own terms, unapologetically. You are amazing. You are fierce. You are the creator of your destiny. You are Confidence on Stilettos. You're listening to Laketta of Confidence on Stilettos at MagiBeauty.com, where we empower you to tap into the feminine power within to boldly set goals and crush them by making your dreams a reality. Hey, Boss Beauties, it's your girl Laketta, and you are listening to Confidence on Stilettos. And yes, I am here to talking about letting go and surrendering. So yes, like I mentioned, girl, you hear people, or you may say, life is too short. God knows I've said it. I don't know how many times a day. Like, girl, life too short. Like, I don't have time for this. Life too short. Like, you know how we do. Now, when I hear people say that and they still behave like their former self, I be like, side eye. Like, for real. Like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I just be giving them a side eye because, like, I'm like, okay, so if life is too short, then you need to behave like it. So, and that even, that even refers to myself. Sometimes when I'm like, life too short, da da da, but I keep doing the same ish all the time, talking to the same people all the time, just letting certain people have access to me. And it always end up with me saying, life is too short. I ain't got time for this. Life's too short. So I be giving myself like the side eye, like, girl, really, is life too short? Like, behave like it, okay? Behave like it. So now, w- when I hear this phrase, life is too short, that phrase is just my reminder to let go and surrender, right? And for me, I'm just going to be transparent with you. It is extremely, extremely hard for me to just let go and surrender because I do like to be in control, honey. I do like to be in control of some portion of my life. I know that, I'm not in control of everything, of course, because God's in control. But for me, I like to have some sort of control. Now, with that being said, when you're trying to be in control, you're not really allowing God or the universe or whoever it is that you believe in, you're not really giving them that opportunity to show up in those amazing ways in your life. And yeah, girl, you can't, don't you want better? Girl, don't you want better? That's what I be telling myself. Like, you have to let go and you have to surrender. Now, I promise you. Yeah, you guys know that I've been attempting to make these podcasts very short, simple, and to the point. If you didn't know, I do the same topic for my YouTube channel. So if you prefer to see the video version of it, you just head over to my YouTube channel, which is my first name and my last name, which is Laketta Willis. And my first name is spelled Lakettata. Last name is just like Bruce Willis, Willis. So if you prefer to see your girl do this, on video, you can head over there. If not, girl, continue to listen. Did you go grab your wine, your water, or your tea? Because, honey, we're gonna just jump into this, okay? So like I said, I know. It was hard. It's hard for me to, relinquish control. And sis, it may be the same for you. It may be hard. And just let me be clear though, when I'm saying letting go and surrendering. This does not, honey, give you the pass to stop putting towards effort and taking action and just simply being present. Okay. So, what this means though is that stop resisting the outcomes of whatever it is that's going on. Stop resisting the outcomes. Take your hand off of it. If you're dating someone, or yeah, if you're dating someone and you feel like you're it's like you're doing a lot, right? Trying to keep that person's attention and this and the other. Take your hand off of it. Take your hand off. Let it go and surrender. Because the truth of the matter is when you're in these dating scenes, and if you got to do all of this stuff to keep somebody attention, girl, you is not an acrobat, okay? You is not here for entertainment purposes, okay? So if you gotta be doing all of that, this ain't the relationship for you. That's not the relationship for you. Because you shouldn't have to be sitting around here trying to do acrobats and the entertainer uh, to hold somebody's attention. That's with anything, though. That's not even just pertaining to relationships. That's just with anything. So I just want to go through some of the things that I did have to let go and surrender to, and whatever the outcome was, the outcome would be, right? Because it's just too much. It cost me too much energy. It cost me too much mental stability. It cost me too much of me to be trying to hold on to something that I just need to relinquish control and let God do whatever it is that He need to do, and whatever His will is, that's what it is, right? So the first things first, I had to let go of being boxed in as I'm just a makeup artist. Like that used to, when I tell you, it used to mess with me. Like, I know I'm more than just a makeup artist. And people used to always attach my name, like whenever it was like makeup or makeup application. And that was fine. I love to have my name attached to makeup, but not all the damn time that you hear Keita, you should just be like, "Oh, you trying to get your makeup done?" No, no, sis. No, I'm not trying to get my makeup done. I was just asking about Keita. People will box you in. Let's just be clear. People will box you in and they will attach a title to your name, and that's all you are to them in this world is that title that they attached to your name. So yes, that part of me being a makeup artist used to mess with me because I am so much more, guys, than a makeup artist. As you know, I'm a podcaster. I'm a confidence coach. I help women create goals, crush them, and look damn good while doing it. I'm gonna put a disclaimer here. I am not a mental health therapist. I'm none of that. I simply just, help people by teaching them things that I too went through and through my journey, and the errors that I made, and then also some of the pros that helped me along the way. That way things can be easier on their, during their journey. So, like I said, I had to really let go of being boxed in. I'm just like, at this point, so what if they call you a makeup artist? Because at the end of the day, when I let go of that, people started seeing other things that I was a part of. They started seeing that I was a part of, other podcasts like the Pretty Determined podcast. They started seeing that, oh, okay, so she has multiple businesses, right? Like she's not just a makeup artist, okay? She is a beauty mogul, okay? That's what she is. She's a beauty mogul. She is out here creating skincare lines, helping women see themselves in a bigger, braver, and bolder light. Like I, it took me having to let go of somebody else boxing me in. That's not how people and what people think of you is none of your concern. Your only concern is doing you, boo. That's it. And I'm gonna leave that where it's at. too, honey. I had to let go of having control over my love life. Okay. Okay. Like, girl, okay. I'm gonna just be, I'm gonna keep it 103 with you. Okay. So I like what I like. Okay. And that's tall, dark, handsome, baby. Chocolate, honey. Ooh, child. Like, I like that. That's what I like. Fine. Okay? Fine, girl. Fine. Fine as hell. Okay? That's what I like. Not saying every guy that I dated was chocolate and what we would say fine as hell, but that's what I liked. Okay? And because that's what I like, okay, that was me controlling what Keita liked. Okay? That's just me. Got my hands all in the pot. Don't know what the heck going on. And girl, I always had to heal. Okay. Let's I always had to go through a healing process because they was always out either cheating or trying to belittle you to the point where you trying they're trying to assist you with losing your self-esteem. Like they come into the relationship like what I find with some of the characters that I've dated is that they come into the relationship with a bunch of lies, with a bunch of trickery, foolery, magician type crap. And then once you start peeling those layers back, because baby, it's always layers, okay? It's layers in your tracks, it's layers in onions, it's layers in cakes. It's girl, it's layers, layers on top of layers. It's layers on lashes. It's layers in foundation. It's layers in concealer. Girl, it's layers on top of layers, okay? So once you start pulling in these layers back and peeling them back, and you see the true character of this person, you unmask this person, you are left with the girl. I just hate to even say it, the enemy. And so that is one of the reasons why I say, you know what, Keita, you don't know what the heck you're doing. God knows who you are, what you need, who you need. My my only suggestions to God was please make him appealing to my eye and let him be, at least somewhat tall, not just tall, but taller than me. Okay, let's just say that taller than me, dark and handsome. And so, yeah, girl, that's yeah. So I had to take my hand, basically I had to take my hand out of my own love life because I was just messing it up. You know, obviously I didn't know what I needed. Like I was only looking at surface level. I wasn't looking at layer level. So God knows how to look at layer level. He knows that, okay, so all right, so once Keita get past, okay, this person's fine, this da 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 da. She needs somebody that's going to be equally yoked with her. She needs somebody that has the same level of ambition or is working towards life goals as well. That's honest, that's loyal, that's a God fearing man. Like, he knows what you need better than what you know what you need. So, once I let go of that, the funniest thing happened, right? The funniest thing happened is someone, because okay, so here's my thing. Oh girl, I wish I could just really go into this, but it's gonna make it a long, 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 long podcast. So I might have to do this for another day. Like what you look for in a man, girl. Let me write that down because honey, we gotta talk about what you look for in a man. Like what is your build a man list look like? Okay. Anyway, so I have 5 non-negotiables that I said the next relationship I get in, these are going to be non-negotiables, right? And one of those non-negotiables was he had to be a God-fearing man. He had to be after God's heart. Okay? Like that's point blank period. Because when you're after God's heart, you're going to be doing your best to be loyal to all involved, including God. You're going to be an honest man, right? So these were like at the top of my list. I'm not going to go through my whole list because I want to leave that for another podcast. But just let's just say, and, oh, and then like in my list of my top five, he had to be my best friend. Because who wants to be with somebody you can't be yourself with, right? Who wants to be with somebody you always got to be uptight with? Who wants to be with somebody who really doesn't know them? Like, I want to be your friend before we get to this other neat stuff, okay, that can happen in our lives. Let's be friends. So once I relinquished control over my love life, the funniest thing happened. Um, Someone that is a really great friend has always been there. I don't care what I was going through in life. I don't care if I wasn't talking, like texting him or whatever. He was always there just to check on me. Like, Keita, how's it going? How are you doing? Asking me things about what's going on in my life, this, that, and the other. Are you good? Da 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 da. Always there as a listening ear, just being a rock and a pillar for me whenever I needed him. And I never, it's been in the back. It was like in the back of my head because guys just know I've been divorced for like 5 years, so it's always been in the back of my mind that oh okay, like I really like him, but at the same time I knew I had to heal from my past marriage because there was a lot that happened during that marriage that I just needed healing from. Okay, from the dishonesty to just I just needed healing. Okay, I'm not even gonna go into it, but I just needed to heal. And I'm the type of person I never like to bleed on emotionally on other people. So I just really closed my emotions and myself off to any advancements as far as if somebody was trying to talk to me, it was just like, it's a no-go. If I did show attention to anyone, it wasn't serious, it wasn't serious on that level. But, but yeah, so the funniest thing happened, like, in 5 years, and it was to the day, on the same date of when we first actually met, is the day that something in my spirit clicked, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna reach out to him. I'm gonna reach out to him and see what's going on with him. See how his life is going, and this, that, and the other, and it just, and like I said, we're still in the early phases. We're still talking. We're still getting to know each other, even more than we already know each other. But it's the fact that sometimes God will close you off to not even recognize the bigger blessing until He know He's ready. Until He knows that you are ready to receive it. So He knew that if He had unveiled my eyes to this guy, towards this guy in the season that I was trying to heal from, I would have never even appreciated who he was. So, yeah, girl, you just take your hands off of, especially if you're going through, a toxic type of relationship, whether it's with a family member, whether it's in a relationship, an intimate relationship with the opposite sex or the same sex. Um, just know your limits and know, okay, like I'm doing too much. I'm trying to control too much. I need to take a step back and let God, the universe, do whatever they need to do. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. We can talk, girl, but we gonna talk about these build a man list, honey. You just stay tuned to that podcast. Oh, I might have a special guest on that podcast. I'm not sure yet who it's gonna be, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see who. Okay, all right. The third thing that I had to relinquish control over is my finances. I completely stopped as one would say, chasing the bag, okay? So you hear all of this on social media or in passing and just talking, and you know how us girls, we be like, get to the bag, we about to get to this bag, chasing the bag, da da da, don't got time for it, in this bag, da 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 da. Okay, I don't say stuff like that. The reason why, and I'm not knocking anyone who does, because you just do what you do. But the reason I, Lakita, do not say things such as that is because I don't want to chase the bag, okay? I want the bag to chase me. I don't, because when you're chasing a bag is and chasing money, it's hard. It's hard. But when you just create a flow for money to just flow to you, it's gonna happen. You know, it's just gonna flow. So what I do chase, and you what you hear me say a lot is that I chase purpose. Because once you find out what your purpose is, everything just flows. Money flows to you in overwhelming amounts. Your money mindset, you have to always be working on your money mindset because we have so much instilled in us that um, has has us sometimes with the scarcity mindset. Sometimes I even find myself back in those areas where I'm thinking with my scarcity mindset instead of my abundant mindset. And sometimes I have to check myself and say, okay, that is not who you are anymore. Like that was what was instilled in you. But you need to work on getting letting that go. So that's one thing that I did have to, relinquish control over. Girl, I don't know why I cannot say this word today, is chasing the bag and and just finances, period. I just where I'm at in my life, God is my everything. Whatever I need, He will supply. All I gotta do is do the work. That's all I gotta do. And stop, y'all, stop letting social media rush you. These are highlights of people's lives, okay? And I wish that we would show more of what it's taken to get to those highlights because people need to know this is not something that's microwavable. Like you just don't wake up and then say, I'm gonna start a business today and then wake up tomorrow and then you got all kinds of money in your bank account. No, you need to get out and you need to be working. You need to be working on your goals. You need to change your habits, how you spend your time, manage your time. It's a lot that goes into it. You need to figure out how to really truly monetize your business so that you're not working as hard. There's so much that goes into running a business and being profitable in your business. And sometimes it can take 1 to 5 years for you to even cut a profit. Honestly, just honestly speaking. So don't let social media rush you because people are out here. These people are working hard, okay? And you don't know where they're at in their journey. It could be on year 20 and you could be on year 1. You don't know where people are at in this journey. So yeah, we're gonna move on. And then my last point that I want to make is the last place in my area in my life that I relinquished control was people pleasing. Girl, no, no, ma'am, Spice Ham. We letting that go. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I had to give this up and surrender this ASAP because it was truly doing nothing for me, but damaging me further. Have you ever done what you would consider everything for someone, everything for someone just to have them say to you, "Oh, but you did that only da 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 da." No, I did that out of the kindness of my heart, and whatever I do for people, you would never hear about. So what I gather from people and people pleasing people is you can't please people. You can give somebody $1 million today. Tomorrow, if they need you to go help them buy a car because they don't want to use a million that you just gave them. And you're not going to go buy them a car, or you can't go run them to the store, or you ain't gonna babysit their kids, or whatever it is. They're gonna be like, you don't never do nothing for nobody. Like, sis, I just gave you $1 million. What are you talking about? Like, sis, what? What? Get my $1 million back then. Like, you just be wanting to say stuff like that. Like, oh, so I don't ever do that for you? Okay, all right. I had to let it go. And then I think also too, where we have to look at where we people please a lot is with our family and our close friends, because we want our family and our close friends to really like us, support what we're doing, support our journey. And sometimes that could leave us, hindered because they're not supporting us, or they're not supporting the journey, or what have you. You got to let it go, sis. The only person you need to be pleasing is yourself and whoever you believe in. Plug into something that's higher than yourself, higher than your mom, higher than your dad, higher than your grandma, higher than your granddad, higher than your sister, your brother, your friends, your best friend, your colleagues, whatever. Higher than those type of people. And just figure you out. Figure out your purpose, work your purpose, and just do you, boo. That's all it. This is how you stop people pleasing. Do you, boo. That's it. Don't do you based off of what other people say you should be doing, what other people say you should like, what other people are doing. Do you, authentically you, whatever that is. If you're the type of person that like to go and sit on the beach and just look at the waves, go do you. Bump people that saying, well, why you doing that? And you could be doing da 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 instead of da da da. Do you, boo? People need to worry about them, because the truth of the matter is, you must not got nothing going on if you're worried about what the heck I'm doing. Because I'm doing me. Now, if I'm doing me, you can't do me too. So with that being said, yes, the podcast is coming to an end today, right now, on this particular session. I just wanted to come on real quick because there are places that you are about to excel and elevate to. And the only way that you're going to be able to truly excel and elevate to and create the flow for all of those great, wonderful opportunities is for you to truly let go and surrender to whatever it is. So if you haven't already done so, I want you to go ahead and follow your girl on the Instagram, on the IG. It's ConfidenceOnStilettos. On Facebook, I am ConfidenceOnStilettos. And once again, the YouTube channel is Laketta Willis. LakettaWillis. Until next time, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful loves, do not forget to cop your Confidence on Stilettos sweatshirt, baby. And the journal to match. You can get that at www.makibeauty.com/shop. Yes, honey, it's time. I'll see you and I'll chat with y'all on the next podcast. But yes, honey, I'm going to get together this podcast so we can talk about this Delta man, girl. Yes. So until next time, beauty, you just enjoy your beautiful day. And I will be back on here soon. All right now. Bye.